Donald Trump has declared Nigeria a Christian state against the northern Muslims who think Nigeria is their inheritance, who think Nigeria is a Muslim state. We see that in the just concluded inauguration, Donald Trump rejected all the northern Muslims invited. The only person that we saw there were the Christians. In fact, we saw a Pastor Kumuyi who led the opening prayer, who led that cause in the full Christian spirit. What is your reaction to this? Welcome, Mazira.
That has spelled whom Donald Trump is in person. Because actually I understand, the whole world understands that Donald Trump is a Judaist, a pure Christian, a man that doesn't want persecution or persecution of the Christians. How it was going on in the past in the past administration of Muhammad Buhari. And it's actually played out during the inauguration of the 47th, presidency of United States of America. Of course, you see Trump, he invited only Christians, Nigerian Christians, turning his back on the so-called sheikhs. Yes, sheikhs.
The sheikhs and the sheikhs.
The sheikhs and sheikhs. Because you see, Gumi is highly abandoned and ignored. Sultan of Sokoto, Trump turns his back on him. Emir of Kaduna, Trump doesn't even recognize that one. So the only clerics we saw yesterday during inauguration in the US there are the Nigerian Christians. And that has gone a long way to debunk and renounce and totally reject rejected the belief, general belief by the House of Fulani that Nigeria is their forefathers estate, according to what Abubakar Tafawa Balewa said to the Fulanis and Nigerians, even Southerners, that Nigeria is their forefathers estate, that Nigeria belongs to them. And we actually seen that during the era of independent regained countries, during the era of decolonization in Africa, it was Zik of Africa, it was Enahoro, even Awolowo, Femi Fani-Kayode, Mokubo Okoye, and many of them in southern Nigeria were the ones that fought the British. They fought the British with all human resources, material resources, behind at least their reach. And they actually gained independence for Nigeria in 1960. Who played an important role there? The Southerners. The Southerners played the roles because by then, Igbo has occupied almost every department of life. When you talk about governmental bodies, Igbos are everywhere. Then Awolowo himself and some persons in the Midwest, Osadebe, all of them. Who is it in the north that actually fought for Nigeria independence, that warranted the Fulanis believing that Nigeria belonged to them, that led to what is going on now, Islamization of Nigeria, that Nigeria is an Islamic country? Who told them? Nigeria isn't an Islamic country. None of the religious juggernauts in the north contributed to Nigeria gaining independence in 1960. None of them. Ask me why.
Why?
These are people that are poorly educated people. You don't have someone that is a graduate as of 1960s, 50s, 40s, 30s in Kano State, in the whole entire north. Would that be the reason why Ahmadu Bello was saying that the north is not ready for independence, that they would rather be enslaved under the colonial? Yes, because they are still coming up. They have not gotten what it takes to be an independent nationality. Because if you look at Tafawa Balewa, Imam, and all the sultanates and emirs in the north, they are all Arabic, educated people. They only study Arabic. Yeah, that is the ideology. Arabic ideology, Islamic ideology, which is within the umbrella of religiosities. It's too bad of them. They don't want to embrace Western education. What they embraced, they were busy doing there was studying of what? Arabic ideology. Yes. They read Quran, they write all those Arabic inscriptions. I don't understand. Yeah. They were over extra religious in mind. I'm telling you, that is all they know. Going to school is an outside thing to the north. They don't know anything about Western civilization. They don't know everything about Western education. All they were engulfed doing then was Arabic education.
But I thought Nigeria was amalgamated in 1914.
Yes.
Between 1914 to 1960, why didn't the North catch up with the South in form of education? Because even to today, it seems that problem still lingers.
It lingers because all the elites in the North, all they know is Saudi Arabia religion that was sold into Nigeria from that axis of Riyadh, Mecca, Medina. I'm telling you, the Sunni Muslim I know are Saudi Arabia. The Shiites I know are from Iran. This is what Nigeria northern region know. That is all their life. That's why all the youths over there called what? Alamajeris don't go to school. Rather, they go to mosque listening to their tutors. Who are their tutors? The Sheikh, the Imam, and the Alpha. What is their common goals? To instill into them Arabic education, Islamic ideology. That's all, Chikina. They don't know that. They do not know that these white supremacists, I mean the British, that came to, rule this, colonize this contraption. What they meant is to sell their what? Religion to us, ideology to us, and their language to us. And they actually succeeded on doing that in the southern Nigeria. Until 1914, they now decided that they should invite the North for sake of population. I don't know, understand, and unity together with the South. And that amalgamation pact actually came to be 111 years ago. That's 1914. So what are we saying? The Hausas failed to meet up with the South because they are engrossed with this religious ideology of a thing.
Well, there are so many of these northern youths have been lamenting when they couldn't find any of their leader in that, holy ground of United States. That how come even a Sanusi Lamido?
Yes, I tell you that Trump doesn't like the North. Why?
Is it that he understands the agenda of the North?
The North are the people that Islamic agenda stricken. That is whom they are. They are prone to Islamize the whole southern Nigeria.
But are you telling me Donald Trump is fully aware of this?
He's fully aware of the killings of the Christians, of
this Sharianization of the country.
Straight 8 years of Muhammad Buhari, Christians were dying on daily basis. I've been giving an example on social media how Bishop Reverend Limi was beheaded. A whole reverend that studied theology took his time to serve God. He was arrested by Boko Haram insurgents. The man was crying foul for some weeks. They brought Ndimi to social media. Everybody watched across the world how Ndimi was beheaded with a machete. And the Christians in Nigeria, everybody kept mum. We are watching until today. And as I'm talking to you now, they are killing them, the Christians in the North. You know how many Christians that were disallowed at Axis of Borno last week? 128. A community was invaded. Oh my God. 128 were buried. Obi went there. I don't understand. Do you know how many that were disallowed at Iduroko, Ipokia local government?
Yes.
A pastor, a prophet of Celestial Church was shot to death. Who perpetrated that dastard, wicked, barbaric, callous act? The Islamists. It is a process of Islamization, and it is crawling gradually until it explodes into full escalation. And that is when the whole world will come to help Nigeria, because it is like Southwest is keeping mum. They are not ready yet because they are begging Britain to give them independence and Nigeria to allow them to use AK-47. But in the southeastern Nigeria there, no, you have your own gun. If anybody intrude into your compound at night or your farmland, you go there and slug it out with that person.
Just as we saw recently with the EFCC guy, who illegally scaled fence to raid a southeastern doctor. But you see, the Northerners are now responding, saying that the only reason why EFCC do not raid them in the north is because they are not greedy. They are contented with the little. They don't engage in fraud and drugs. That you hardly see scammers, fraudsters in the north. Hence the reason why EFCC will only raid in the south.
Okay,
how true is this?
Okay, thank you so much. Let me help them small. Do you know how come about katakata kosi kosi? That is the local language the Hausa 419 use on their victims. When they dupe you, obtain you, you will go back, you won't see anybody again. The only person you see at the gate, security post, could be one kind aboki. When you ask him, where is your guy? Where is the allergy? He will say, what do you mean? Menini, what's the allergy? He will tell you, say, katakata kosi kosi. That is no problem, no problem. That is the response they will give you. Your money is gone. The properties you sold to allergy, gone. Allergy himself, gone. Allergy's flat, vacated, everywhere, empty. Every tribe, every region in Nigeria are fraudulent. Don't mind the Fulanis. And let me tell you, they are trying to choke us by saying that they are not greedy and not fraudulent. Who is Umaru Diko? The first person that siphoned money in billions. That was in 1984, when Naira was approximately equal with dollars, was Umaru Diko. And the tune of 3-point-something billion Naira. Is that not fraudulent act? What do you mean? That Fulani and Hausas are not greedy? Is that not fraudulent act? Umaru Diko was actually successfully kidnapped, packaged back into this country. It was Israeli security that was bought over by Buhari Diabo regime to do that job in London, and actually it failed. Whom are they trying to deceive? They are the most fraudulent in Nigeria. Which region ruled Nigeria for almost 50-something years? It was the North. The whole government, federal government agencies were filled by individuals from the North. What did they do with the realizations of the money they make from our commonwealth? The central account we use in this country, they rubbish it, they use the money as they like. Who is Zeba Ahmed? I know that you people don't know that the longest lasted governor of central bank, CBN governor, longest lasted is Oba Ahmed. I'm telling you, since 1973 till 90s, he died in Germany. The longest lasted CBN governor is Oba Ahmed. Go and investigate. I am saying it. How many Southerners have been petroleum ministers since inception of this country? How many? Meanwhile, this same petrol belongs to the South. Belongs to us. Jubril Aminu, Riwan Ahmed Abi, Jubril Aminu, somebody Riwan, Melekiari, and many of them, group managing director, Bogu, and many of them, even Buhari came for 8 years to become petroleum minister. Am I lying? For 8 years, what are we saying? Yet, there is nothing to show, no infrastructure in the north. It is only presidents from south extraction that always develop the north anytime they are given the opportunity to take over mantle of leadership of this country. While the north, they have been there for 50-something years. Nigerian political leadership, no development in the north, no universities in the north, no other orientation in the north except Arabic and Islamic orientation. That is what they have. So these people, if you ask me, I will tell you that the northern politicians are, let me say, enigma and the puzzle on the basis of dateness.
Thank you very much. God bless Donald Trump for a decisive message sent to the northern Nigeria. You know, the northern Nigerians have always said that Nigeria is a Muslim state, but yesterday there was no any form of representation of Islam in the White House. When the United States of America does not recognize your nation as whatever religion you represent, it simply means that nation is what they say it is. Yesterday we can see that Donald Trump, amongst the list of invitees from Nigeria, were only Christians. All the northern Muslims, fundamentalists, were all rejected by his aides. He has come out to fully show that the safety, the sanctity of Christians in Nigeria will be restored. Nigeria, which has always been known as a Christian state, that reputation will be revived. Yes, under Buhari, Donald Trump questioned Buhari. He told him, why are you depopulating the Christians? What have they done for you? Why particularly are you attacking the Middle Beltons, the Plateau, down to Benue? Why are you reducing them? And he said he would do everything possible to ensure that not one single Christian loses his or her soul. And yesterday, an instructive message was sent. Not one. Show me one. Just show me one person. If there was one Muslim Northerner that was in that inauguration, put his name in the comment section. But I can tell you, virtually those that I see there were all Christians. Wonder why a person like Shetima was missing? You wondered why a person like Tinubu was missing. But a person like Peter Obi was invited. So you can imagine, Atiku wasn't even invited. A person like Femi Adesina was invited. A person like Kumuyi, Pastor Kumuyi was invited. In fact, Pastor Kumuyi was the one that led the opening prayer. So you can see that the progress, the progression Nigeria used to enjoy in the past will be restored with the emergence of Donald Trump. Because now the Christians will have more safety. Under this regime in Nigeria, no Christians will lose his life. When Nigeria wanted to have its liberation from the hands, from the shackles of the colonial masters, it was Christians that led that charge. The likes of Anthony Enahoro, the likes of Ebat Macaulay, the likes of Nnamdi Azikiwe. These were Christians. And they led the fight for freedom. I can list them. Among the Muslims who were these were the fundamental Muslims. They came out and said, no, let us still remain in this bondage. We are not ready. We are behind in education now. You know that we have always loved these Arabic studies. So wait, let us catch up. The Christians said no. We all started this life together. Nothing can stop you from catching up with the South. We have been colonized for over 100 years. You say, let's look at the margin. When we got amalgamated, before we got amalgamated, Nigeria has already been colonized and it has been controlled by the British Royal Company. Now, from 1914 to 1960, that is approximately, let's say, 36 years. For good 36 years, which is over 3 decades, the North didn't see the need to adopt or to accept Western education. Now, when the Christians rose up that we need to go, we've had enough, we're educated, we're enlightened, we've gotten the religion, we've gotten the education, we want to be able to produce our own tools, weapons that we call our own as Southern Nigeria. The Northern Nigeria was against it. No, we are still busy with studying our Arabic studies. We've not gotten to the peak. No, our colonial masters are better, because the colonial master was doing one thing and one thing alone. They were taking the resources from the Christians who are predominantly in the south to the north. You get the point. Donald Trump understands this. He saw all these inequalities. He has come out to say that his administration will be a fight for global justice. His administration, the Trump administration, will be a fight for global equality, share of resources.